Hey everyone, here are the top 5 best farms for Kinship Peaches in Palworld's 1.0 update. We have 2 passive methods and 3 active methods that can get us a ton of Kinship Peaches to max out our pals' trust. Now, one cool thing about this is there are 2 actual base locations we can set up that have easy access to peaches, which I would highly recommend for a number of reasons. But these aisles here, so the Oasis aisle, and even earlier on, if you set up at the Sunlit aisle, whenever you set up, if you set it near the back where there are these 3 oil nodes, right here is where there's going to be a Kinship Peach. And for this location where I'm currently set up, it's right around here where the sand meets the grass. And we're looking at like a 914198. So for this particular base, I have a PAL box set up right there, but you want to make sure that you're able to get it to reach over to this grassy, like watery section right here, as this is where the Kinship Peach will occur. And the nice thing about it is our pals will passively keep grabbing these and throwing them into a storage location. So I'd recommend setting up a chest just right by here, and you'll have a passive source of these. And to make this even better, if you have a pal that has their gathering skill at level 10 here, this will give him 5 peaches for a grab. And this is actually nice because we can set these up in a few spots. Now the thing is, there's a lot of locations that they can spawn at. Now we're looking right here at this location here on the map, which is around 162, 693, and you can see there, Kinship Peach. So the quick and easy way to be able to farm a ton of these, sit down a PAL box on the ground here in a spot that you're able to do this. And here's another location here on a snowy island. So with this, again, what you'd want to do is go ahead, set down your PAL box there. And what we're going to do is, as soon as we get this down, is we're going to put that PAL with a high gathering stat into the PAL box here. And then we're going to set down a storage for them to put this in. So I just use Knocklim there, as they're great for that. And then they're going to go ahead and gather it for us. So 1 Kinship Peach there. And then whenever we go to look, it is now 5 Kinship Peaches and some small PAL souls. Sweet. So you'd essentially just set up the PAL box, have your crate for the peaches, throw down some food, like a salad, for example, for them to eat, and then have a bed there, and they can just continually keep grabbing you the peaches. Now, there's a 10% chance each day for these peaches to appear. So what you can do is go into the world settings and change the amount of time that each day is going to last. You can make it 10 times faster, so you have a greater chance of getting yourself peaches. That'd be the fastest AFK method. And there's a map out there with locations for other peaches, but I just found the islands to work the best, and you can see there, they're going for them there. Now the next one is Expeditions. Expeditions, if you beat the tower bosses on hard, you're going to see that you unlock these new ones here with higher risk. These have Kinship Peaches as a 100% guaranteed reward for these. And the nice part about it is you can always put a lot of extra pals in here to get increased drops. So everything but the final one, which now drops World Tree Holy Water, will give you Kinship Peaches if you beat the tower bosses on hard. So I'd highly recommend going ahead and doing these for another passive method. Always have expeditions running. Now for an active method, we're coming to the Sakurajima Isles. Now, on the map here, I've located 3 different bases that you can go to and get a guaranteed peach from. So these 4 here are going to be the best options for you. And there's literally one just right by the fast travel location here, so you can send out your mightiest warriors to deal with this crazy amount of enemies here. So yeah. Now I should add a Draco Meteor from Hydrolon does a very good job of this, so yeah, you can go through and grab your different rewards. And there we go, from the golden chest, we got ourselves a Kinship Peach. So again, those 4 locations are great in Sakurajima Isle. Bring a Hydrolon with a large spread move, and it'll be a lot easier. Now our next method is actually kind of simple. We're going to buy them. There's actually a really good way to go about doing this. It'll save us a bit of time, and if you're also able to, you can grab yourself ripe Starfruit. This allows you to max condense your pals quickly, as well as the IV fruits, but Kinship Peaches being cheaper than the 25 and 50 respectively. 15 here is honestly not too bad. I did have a few videos on how to do this as quickly as possible, but in the Faebreak Isles, there are a number of enemies that we can fight. I put these different markers on here, like Cash there. There's one right close to this spawn with Pinch, this one here with Ram, as well as fighters like Billy, and we also have Gnaw there, which is, you have to actually go through a cave here to find Gnaw, and then there's one over here with Dazzle, and then we also have one of the very southern part of the island here with Mimic. So all these locations here are going to have the bounties that we want. And the trick for us is to have a Yakumo, because when we have Yakumo in our party, we can apply its passive skills onto these enemies. They're human types, but if we give them lavish hospitality, increase the drops from them by 100%, and service-minded, if we give it to the bandits, it doesn't really matter about Yakumo, it's about the bandits getting these. When we butcher them, they're going to give us a large amount of extra drops. And we can take this a step further with bringing out Splatterina, which will increase the drops from an item when using Meat Cleaver by 200%. So for example, we come to Scorched Hill here and we're going after Pinch. What you would want to do is go over to the area, bring out Yakumo, because that is needed for us to be able to get the passive taken onto the pal. They're hiding out over here in this rocky area, and what we're going to do is we're going to catch them, which is kind of funny. So you go ahead there and go for the catch. And we got ourselves 4 bounty tokens for doing that. Now the thing is, they're going to now be in our party here. I did not get lucky with the drops. We didn't get any of the passive skills applied to them, so not the greatest. But then what's happening is you're going to take them out here, and you're going to have the Butcher's Cleaver here. So go ahead with equipping that. You'll then press 4 or whatever it is to open up your radial wheel here, and go ahead with butchering them. So this is going to give us the drops that they had there, which is the bounty tokens. This is going to be the worst case scenario, but we got 4 there and another 12. So that's good for a single peach. And let's say we get lucky and got that there, so we can go ahead with the if it has the passives on it, it's going to give us a further increased amount of drops here. So going ahead with the butchering, and we got 18 from that, so more than enough to buy a single peach, and then the 4 to 6 that you'd get from taking them out. And to be able to purchase the peaches ourselves, we're going to come over to the Fisherman's Point here, and there's also a location at the small settlement near the start of the game. Both of these will sell the Kinship Peaches for 15 bounty tokens a pop. So one of the quickest methods is to do that, because you can go around grabbing all these bounties here, and also whatever your pals need. If you need to max out their condensed level, you can grab the Starfruits as well, so you can get it all in one, while your other passive methods are doing their thing. And the final method is a great one for the end game. It doesn't have the highest drop rate, but we still get them from here, and this is going to be something you want to do in the late game. So grabbing 2 Menacings here, Menacing and Menacing Terra, this gives us a 160% increase of drops from electric type pals. We also have Valet, which will give us a further 80%, and we got an electric ground type we'll be farming. This is another one to add in. Cryolinks for a dragon type will drop 80% more, and then you can also throw an Enchanted Sword or Elphedron here, which will make it so that dark type pals drop 80% more items when defeated. This is at the World Tree, so we're going to come to the Dusty Ravine. This is one of the best locations in the game, because you can just take all these pals here, and then there's going to be a large group of Snox and Orzerks. So you see we got the 3 Orzerks here, so you can just go ahead and take them all out, and they're going to end up dropping us some really nice stuff. So basically you just go after them there. World Tree Holy Water, we got 11 gorgeous ancient relics. And then we're going to go to the Ancient Relic Recycler. So you basically want to explore this whole area. I would recommend going up the path here and then coming back around down to over here and just going in a loop here. If you want to make this a little bit better, you can throw on something like Eidrolon here, which we can then take out and fly around, use things like its Wind Burst or the any of the powerful moves that we have, Draco Meteor and things like that. And you can see here we got those Snock Terras as well, which are really great. I'm using the Mechanical Bow. So you're going to get a ton of World Tree Holy Water from this as well. And the best part about this is it is a quick, easy way to get everything you need in the end game, because it's just dropping a ton of stuff here. So we're looking for the relics. You can also fight the Rouges there. They just drop some of the relics there that we're looking for. So yeah, the nice thing about all the drops in this location are you have a good chance of getting a large number of them. And then what you got to do is build yourself the Ancient Relic Recycler here and throw every single relic you get into this thing. And you can see here we got not just the big ones, but also got one little one here, as well as the other items that you'd want, like Starfruits and Lotuses and Life Fruit, alongside a ton of Ancient Civilization cores and even passives and all the other stuff. So this would be the best late game one, because this gives you everything you need. You got your applied books as well, so I'd recommend doing that. And I have this base as an all-in-one, because this is where we have our peaches, oil, as well as the Ancient Relic Recycler with only 15 pals. And yeah, Panthalus there chilling over top. So if you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Hope you guys all have an incredible day, and we'll catch you in the next one.